A large majority of academic research in marketing employs multiple regression analysis to evaluate the existence of relationships among variables. Regression analysis serves to determine a cause-effect relationship and assumes that this relationship is linear. Recently, however, some voices in the field have suggested that human attitudes and behaviors are much more complex, and that relationships among these attitudes and behaviors are not linear. Karine Raïes, professor of marketing at INSEEC Business School, is one of these voices. Karine, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
You say that we should use new methods for analyzing data that measure relationships among consumers' attitudes and behaviors.
Well, I think that we at least should use complementary methods to the classical multiple regression analysis. Let me give you an example. If you say that satisfaction drives loyalty, I would answer, why does my little sister change her cell phone brand every year, even if she is satisfied with her actual brand? This apparent paradox cannot be explained by linear and symmetric tests such as regression analysis, the method used by 80% of quantitative articles, which focuses on net effect and central tendency. All the cases that are different from this central tendency are considered background noise. As you said in your introduction, humans are complex. Their attitudes and behaviors are irrational and interrelated. Complexity theory takes into consideration the specificity of human behaviors. One of its tenets is that there are multiple solutions of combination of high and low level of antecedents that lead to the same outcome. Here we talk about equifinality. To come back to the example of my little sister, literature using linear analysis shows that satisfactions explain loyalty. So I'm loyal to this brand because I'm satisfied with it. Affective commitment also explains loyalty. So I'm loyal to this brand because I like it. And normative commitment is again considered as an important antecedent of loyalty. I'm loyal to this brand because I feel that I have to do it. It's a norm in my professional environment. Using complexity theory could show that two different solutions can be found as antecedent of loyalty. A combination of I like this brand and I'm satisfied with it can lead to high loyalty, but also a combination of I'm not satisfied with this brand, so low satisfaction, and I feel that I have to use it because all my colleagues do it, so high normative commitment.
Interesting. So, if I go to the gym 3 times a week, this can be explained by my having a low level of enjoyment of exercise combined with my placing a high level of importance on body image?
Yes, exactly. And if your husband likes going to the gym, this can be explained by a combination of high level of enjoyment of exercise combined with high level of fear of suffering a heart attack.
Can you give us other examples of complexity theory that help to better understand consumer behavior?
Yes, of course. There are plenty of them. In a study that I developed with 2 co-authors, Hans Moorbacher and Marie-Laure Gavard-Perret, and that was published in the Journal of Business Research in 2015, we studied the impact of the level of consumers' participation in the activities of a virtual brand community and their commitment to this community on brand loyalty. Let me specify that we distinguish here 3 dimensions of commitment to the community. Affective commitment, I'm still engaged with this community because I like this. Calculative commitment, I'm still engaged with this community because I found it advantageous. And normative commitment, I'm still engaged with this community because I feel that I have to. We first analyzed our data, more than 1,000 answers to a questionnaire that was sent to members of the Nikon camera community members using structural equation modeling, which is a linear method. And we found that the three forms of commitment to the community, as well as the level of participation to the activities, significantly influence brand loyalty. And what does that mean for managers of the brand community? If you want your community members to be loyal to your brand, you have to work on enhancing their level of participation, their level of affective commitment, their level of calculative commitment, and their level of normative commitment. By using the QCA method, which is an analysis method developed by the sociologist Charles Regin and based on the complex theory TNETs, we see that there are different recipes of high and low level of commitment and participation that can lead to a high level of brand loyalty.
I imagine that this kind of result is particularly interesting for virtual community managers.
Absolutely. These results show that there are different ways that can lead to high loyalty. Here, results show 4 routes leading to loyalty of community members. The 3 first routes are a combination of high level of participation in the community activities with one of the 3 dimensions of commitment. The 4th route is a low level of participation to the activities of the community, but with a high level of the 3 commitments, affective, calculative, normative, combined together. This means that even with those members who are simply observers and who do not like to actively participate in the community, loyalty to the brand can exist if they are effectively, calculatedly, and normatively committed to the community. This type of result is particularly interesting for managers. They give them good opportunities to act like a chef in a restaurant who will try to find out the right quantity of each ingredient that will lead to the ideal recipe. Here, loyalty of their consumers.
Karine, thank you for this interesting talk.
My pleasure.
You can find the article mentioned during this interview and other articles using this methodology below this video.